the prize, and I'ma make sure that we straight. Yeah. Look, it's a lot on my mind, and I got an eye on the prize, and I'ma make sure that we straight. I'ma make sure that, hey, I got a lot on my plate. I got an eye on the prize, and I'ma make sure that we straight. Yeah. Look, it's a lot on my mind, and I got an eye on the prize, and I'ma make sure that we straight. I'ma make sure that I used to toss a coin in
What is going on, my Patriots? How y'all guys doing? Welcome to another edition of, you guessed it, Joel Davis Media Network. If it's your first time tuning in to the broadcast, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell up top. Please like and share. Please like and share. So tonight we are going to get it in. But before that, you know what we got to do? We got to pay homage to the sponsors. Show is being sponsored by my one and only Nine Line Apparel. Like I told y'all before, get these shirts if you patriotic. Right now, you can get 10% to 20% off. All you got to do is go in my description box below, click on the Nine Line Apparel link, and put in the following code, Joel Davis Media Net, man. You do that, and I promise you, you won't regret it. Now, with that being said, tonight, this is smoke is being courtesy of the Incredible Hulk. Love this strain, really mellow CBD. So without no further ado, y'all know what it is. I'm about to bring on my big brother. Might as well say from another mother. This cat and me been rocking for the past 2 years, and we're going to be rocking for a long, very, very long time. Nobody can beat this man. There is no other like him. Without further ado, let's give some love to my man, Jericho Green. What up, Jericho, baby? How you doing, bro?
Chilling. Thanks for having me again. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, I'm glad to see you here, man. Really is. So tonight we're gonna be going over the following topics tonight, guys. What's been going on in the news? You already know from uh basically this episode with Mr. Kavanaugh attempt with his life, all the way to this rainbow month of BS. So without further ado, um, uh, I haven't heard. I don't know if you heard about this, but I've been hearing all over the chats, bro, that Tim Pool been swatted again. This time it was so bad everybody had to evacuate. I'm been trying to. I ain't really got any reports on it yet. I don't know if you heard about it or not, Jericho.
I haven't heard about the most recent one, but I've heard about them in the past, and it's a shame. I mean, not only is that a fucked up thing to do, that's petty, that's juvenile, but you're
Yeah.
taking resources away from a real SWAT situation, from a situation to where SWAT really is needed, and they really need those men and women there to help them out, and you calling them to a damn show on YouTube that you don't like. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that's very weak. I wish we could go back to the whole sticks and stones kind of thing where, you know what I'm saying? It's just words. If you don't like it, and the cool thing about YouTube and the cool thing about Twitter or TikTok or Rumble or Facebook, whatever you're on, it's not mandatory. You don't have to have the app on your phone. And if you do,
Yep.
you don't have to watch Tim Pool if you don't like him or anybody else. We live in the age, excuse me, hold on, get some agua. We live in an age now where it's no longer at midnight, multicolored stripes on the screen, dun, 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 and the TV turns off. Those days are gone. Now,
Yep.
24/7, 365, whatever you want, there's probably 5 channels dedicated to it. MTV2, MTV, whatever. Just as an example, but there's tons of channels. So there's plenty of things out there for you to give your attention to. And if you don't like what Tim Pool is saying or anybody else, don't watch it. You will affect them more by not giving them the views than calling SWAT on them. That's bullshit. But you know what? People are going to keep doing this. Eventually, the local SWAT team is going to allocate some attention to these kind of things, and they'll find who did it, and you're going to be in real trouble.
Yeah, exactly. And I hope they do because they need to nail their ass to the wall. Now, speaking of that, Jericho, there was some things happening in your state, man, that I'm quite sure you was kind of shocked. One of them is uh I call him Chelsea. I know his name is Chessa, but I call him Chelsea. Chelsea Baldwin. got knocked the hell out of being Mr. I'm the DA and I'm all woke and fuck everyone else's thoughts.
Mm-hmm. That's what happens.
How did you felt when you read that he got knocked all the way out of being that guy now? Like they literally, he spoke and he had to go.
I mean, I love it. What's his name? Okay, Chessa Bowden.
Yeah.
Now, hold on a second. I'm trying to see. Here we go. Hold on. Parents. So his parents, what is it called? Participated in the robbery. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They participated in the robbery of a Brinks armored truck. They were part of the Weather Underground. That's the name I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
So they were domestic terrorists. Now, if there were a politician or a district attorney or whoever, somebody's running for any kind of office, if they had an aura next to their name instead of a D, something like this could spell the end of your career. Mm-hmm. Something like this, something like your parents, that's not very far removed. That's very close to it. Your parents, the one who raised you and molded your life, were domestic terrorists. That would be the end. They couldn't even get to where, definitely wouldn't get appointed district attorney just because of that. But because there's a D next to his name and because it's in San Fran shithole, well then, hey, it's all good. Anything goes. You're an ally. They probably respect him. He's probably revered because of who his parents were. And his no bail, he is the one who gave us the Walgreens, walk in, some homeless dude, load up his duffel bag with a bunch of shit, and just walk by security, load up a bag, walk right out, smash this window, grab whatever you want. That's him. That's no bail. That's, you can't arrest it. You can only cite and release them if it's less than $950. Then they can go in there, steal $949 worth of shit and walk right out. And the police can't do anything. Not that they won't. The police want to take their nightsticks out and bust them across their head, like I'm sure the store owner wants to. But California law says all they can do is cite and release them unless they steal more than $950. Guess who knows this? The criminals. And here's another kick in the nuts for you, California voter. Once they come outside, let's say they stash it somewhere or put in their car or something, it resets. They can go back in and steal another $949 worth of shit. And the worst thing the cops can do is cite and release them. That's why it's so important to read these laws before you sign them, because it'll say Free Lunch for Children Act. Oh, man, who the hell is against free lunch for the kids or after school program for the Children Act? Okay, but if you read 3 or 4 paragraphs in, then it says also attached to this bill, someone who's a convicted felon, if they're sentenced to 10 years, we automatically cut that sentence in half. And so you got 5 years left to serve. Well, half of that 5 years, which is 2.5 years, you only have to serve 2.5 years actually in custody. The other 2.5 years of your 5-year sentence can be served out in public, living your life, and you have to be under strict monitoring. They're going to monitor you. You have to check in with your parole officer. But you can live your life. Go to parties, have sex, do drugs. Well, I don't know if they piss you or not. But do whatever you want. You're living. You're not confined. You're not in prison. You can just walk around, go to McDonald's, do whatever the hell you want to do. But here is the problem. You are under strict control and strict monitoring from your parole officer, but your parole officer has 800 other cases. So how much time and attention can he give to you? None. So you're lost in the system and you're out here reoffending and nobody's checking on you because there's 799 other people ahead of you on their list of things to do. And it's a damn shame. And who suffers? We do. Who suffers when a bunch of emboldened criminals are walking around not afraid of Johnny Law? We suffer.
And here's the thing too. We already knew that this was going to happen, because let me tell you something about these wokians that they don't tell you about, these companies and these cities like San Fran shithole and LA. When they start to lose money, when you got Walgreens packing the fuck up, I'm out. When you got freaking Target packing the hell up, I'm out. When you got Amazon hubs talking about I don't want to be here. I'm relocating to Northern California or a whole new state. Next thing you know, your big city that relies on all that income is now crashing down. And then you got especially the Asian community, because I know it's a big Asian community out there in San Francisco. I've been doing a little research. They started losing money because of this. And when you got your notorious Asian community, the law-abiding citizens that make you that money, that make your city rich and prosperous, you know you got to do something. Somebody's got to go. And it was a matter of time. Now, this crazy fool said he gonna do everything he can to still promote criminal reform. And dude, sit down. Nobody want to hear nothing you got to say. You are a walking disaster. You have lost millions and millions, probably 100 million plus dollars for San Francisco with your bullshit. You got people coming in that area every day robbing. They were robbing like it was a free-for-all. I mean, you had people coming 3 and 4 times a day at different locations, getting whatever they want. So, yes, you needed to go. I support what these people done, and I hope and pray that Gascon will get released next off of that post, because God forbid this guy is way worse than Chelsea, because he so bad that he's got the sheriff departments around LA County with their hands tied behind their back because he's just overstepping his bound. And nobody wants to step up and tell this guy that's over this guy, sit your ass down and think about this shit again, because you're doing too much. And that's just my personal opinion about it.
Yeah, Gascon, he's more dangerous because he has more power. I'm sure if we had Mayor Bowden, if they had Mayor Bowden in San Francisco, I'm sure it would be probably worse than it is now, and that's saying a lot. But in LA, yeah, Gascon, but he's up against 2 other Democrats. One of them claims to be a little more moderate. The other one, she's some black chick. She's out of her fucking mind. So if it gets into her hands, yeah, she's checking all the boxes and shit. I don't know if she may or may not be part of the alphabet soup group, but she at least got 2 of them. She's female and she's a woman of color. So she's at least draped in 2 layers of victimhood. One layer may be thicker than the other. But if they get rid of him and get her, I mean, it's at least the same. It's at least a lateral move, but it's possibly worse. But LA, or I'm sorry, going back to San Francisco for a second, talking about the Asian people, that's one of the largest Asian populations outside of Asia. And not only do those Chinese people and the Koreans and the Vietnamese and the Indians, because Indians are Asian too.
Yep.
The reason that not only do they have businesses and stuff like that, but their children go to their colleges. They go to their University of San Francisco and their Stanfords and their Berkeleys. They go to these schools and they cost big money. But never mind the fact that Berkeley was not taking Chinese applicants because it said they had too many Chinese students. I think if you would have changed the color of those Chinese students, they might have called that racist. But those Asian people, not only their businesses generate money, but their kids that are coming up are going to be going to the university. So yes, in a way, they got to kiss that Asian ass. And they did. But look what happens when you get your dollars and your people organized. You can pull off a recall. Don't be all emotional, acting all stupid and shit, up there acting like a fucking clown. Get organized, get that money together, and you can make shit happen. But if you're out here and every time they stick a microphone in your face, you're a fucking blooper reel, or if there's 20 shootings every weekend in your neighborhood, they're not going to take you seriously. You can get out there, make your signs and your little candles and shit and your vigils and the stuffed animals and your airbrush t-shirts. That don't mean shit. That's falling on deaf ears. What you need to do is get serious and get organized, and you can make shit happen. But when you're falling for the banana in the tailpipe, all this shit distracting you, racism, voter rights, you ain't gonna do shit. Better take a page out of that Asian book and do what they're doing.
Yes, exactly. Now, moving on to the next topic. Now, this is what got America right now in like arms, as conservative in arms, and you got you're crazy behind liberals being so radical it makes no sense. Unfortunately, we've seen some very notorious mass shootings, especially in Uvalde, Texas, with the children. Again, my heart goes out to them. You know what I mean? And I'm also, my condolences to the people at the supermarket. Now, my thing is that right now, Matthew McConaughey, I understand it's his state. It was where he originally was from. He's going to have some feelings. I'm not going to knock this man's feelings on that, because if I was in that town and I saw those children and hearing the stories, I would be upset too. But the thing that made me upset a little bit with um Matthew McConaughey, because he's supposed to be the moderate, as he loves to say, when it comes to these things of Hollywood, is that he keeps trying to say stricter gun laws, more background checks, and this, that, and the third. Do these people don't understand, Jericho? You and me, Jericho, we both done been on both sides. Well, I know you have family in the hood. I got family in the hood, which I was raised in the hood, and I know you visit the hood because you said you had cousins and stuff in the rough part of California growing up. You know, and I know that all these cousins and family members we know, there was always that one family member that always found a way to get stuff illegally without getting their hands dirty. So when you put out that you want to go out here and do this whole, we're going to get the reform done, we're going to do extensive backgrounds, we're going to go out here, we're going to ban assault weapons like 1994. Newsflash, 1994, we didn't have a borders crisis. We didn't have all these cartels as strong as they are now. So you do all that, you still got the cartels to deal with. You still got to close the border. You know you're not going to do that. So what's going to happen? You're going to get more influx of illegal activity, guns, and everything else than you ever had before. Because criminals are like, oh, that what you want to do? Gotcha, bet. Hey, let me go holler at Ortiz over here and get these illegal guns so I can go up here and have all the fun I want. Let me sell it to the blood, to the crib, to the 4th Street gang, the 8th Street gang. I mean, they're not making any sense, bro. And me and you both, we both are gun activists. We both like to shoot guns and stuff of that nature. To me, the only way we can crack now on some of the crime, because you'll never get rid of this, is tougher laws. That's all they got to do. It ain't hard. Tougher laws. Quit going up here and giving these people a damn slap on the wrist. Mental health is very important. They keep saying they love it so much. Bring back the asylums. Bring back the whole mental health conversation of when mommy and daddy saw you going crazy, Baker act your ass, and you get looked into like they used to back in the day. In the 70s and the 80s, that shit was big time with putting your ass in the asylum. They didn't play no games. You was acting a fool, you gone. They weren't waiting. But now they wait till you kill somebody and then they want to play the whole, oh, it's mental health. But I'm telling you, man, to me, I feel like the only thing they really want to do is take our weapons away from us, because they know as long as we got that Constitution, as long as we know our right to protect ourselves and bear arms and stand up for what we believe in and not fall for anything, they feel like that we are a threat. So what do you do when you want that threat to stop? You disarm it. How do you disarm it? Trying to play this whole game that guns are the problem, when in reality it's the people and the systems and environments that we are surrounded these people by. If we would do better with that, we would not have as many mass shootings as we're having right now. And in fact, we're not even the leader of mass shootings. If you look at it, the leader of mass shootings, I want to say, is Poland. Yeah, no shit, Poland. I think Poland's the leader. Yeah, they have the most mass shootings every year. Small little island town like Poland shooting up people. We're 25th, I think. Yeah, we're 25th. Or no, we're 12th. We're 12th. Canada has more shootings than we do. Can't make this shit up. What you think? Yeah. I'm sorry, long-winded, man.
Yeah, it's a bunch of like Eastern European and like Nordic countries and shit, and I think a couple South American countries that are ahead of us when it comes to mass shootings. But we've had guns in this country forever. This shit where they talk about we have 2 or 3 guns for every man, woman, and child in America, like that's a bad thing. That's been that way for a long time. As the population grows, so do the number of gun owners and the number of guns. People are going to buy them. Back in the day when they were cheap and they were celebrated, and you were incentivized to get them. You have people buy a truck, get a gun. Trucks used to have gun racks in them. What are gun racks for?
Mm-hmm.
To hold a damn gun. They used to have shooting classes in schools. So the
Yep.
students, every single day, there was a certain percentage of the student body that would show up with guns in their trucks.
Yep.
Nothing happened. Now, it's nothing new. I can remember a mass shooting all the way back at, was it Texas University? The guy got
Yeah.
up in the bell tower and was shooting people. That was back in like 1961. So it's been happening for a long time, but it hasn't been happening with this frequency. But it's not, again, it's not the weapons. They've been around for a long time. Kids used to bring them to school all the time. They didn't have these mass shootings, but the culture has changed. And
Yep.
all of, not 99%, if not all of these mass shooters, at least the high profile ones that get all the coverage, because mass shootings, if we're talking about 4 or more victims at one time, that's a weekend in Chicago. But if you're talking about these mass shootings, the ones that get in the limelight, they are on some kind of drugs, some kind of psychotropic drugs. There's some kind of prescribed like medication for their mental state that they're on. I don't think that's a coincidence, but the culture has changed. We've become desensitized to violence, the punishment. They're putting all the weights on the wrong side of the scale. They're talking about take the guns, more background checks. Fuck that. We got enough. We have too many gun laws. Our Second Amendment has been infringed on too much already. Okay, no more gun laws. We're done with that. No more gun laws ever. They need to start focusing on the punishment to deter people from doing this, from deterring people, to start deterring people from planning this stuff. Because if you start looking at people getting handed these not only crazy sentences, but being put to death, put them to death. Bring back the electric chair, the gas chamber, the gallows, not this shot in the arm and you fall asleep, never to wake again. That's some fairy tale shit. No, you need to punish these people and punish them severely, because word will get out very quickly that I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze. I don't know if this is what I want to do. And let's say you did take all of the guns, or as many guns as they want to take. I'm sure they want to take every single one of them. Let's say you did. Well, there are countries that have done that, that have outlawed that kind of shit. Look at England. You got a couple years ago, summer 2020, 2019, you had people getting ran down with vehicles. People being
Mm-hmm.
stabbed, but knife crimes went up like 500%, which means if people want to find a way to kill other people, they are going to find a way. And they're focusing on these AR-15s, the dreaded AR-15. It pales in comparison to the handgun, to the knife, to the fist. There are things that kill way more people, but just like other things, if you look at the numbers, they're focusing on the wrong thing, but they're only focusing on the thing that furthers their narrative, not the
Yep.
biggest problem.
Amen. Now, I got something else to show you, Jericho. I've been wanting to do this for the longest, bro, because I knew it's gonna make you laugh. So hold on for a second. Let me pull this joint up. So before we get into it, it's your one of your favorite people said one of the most ridiculous statement of all time. We're gonna play the clip. We're gonna let you hear it, and then after
All
that,
right,
man, we gonna go in. So give me
all
one
right.
second. Let me share this joint, man. Oh my god, I know you gonna laugh, bro. I know you gonna go in. Hold on. Oh man, add it to the stream right here.
Oh,
I said it. I said you was, bro. I said you was. All right, here we go. Let's play it.
freedom of speech is under attack.
We always find a way to persevere.
We as conservatives.
But the Republican Party already has said, many of them, that taking those AR-15s off the market is a no starter.
Let me just say this real quick.
It's all about the guns, all right?
Can I just say this real quick as a gun owner?
Yeah.
There are people in this country that genuinely own guns and just do so for the same reason that we all sit up.
An AR-15?
No, let me tell you. Okay, let me give you a story. There's a man in Connecticut that watched his neighbor have a home invasion and watched their whole family get killed. He built his own AR-15 because Connecticut won't let you buy them, but you can abide by rules that allow you to build them. And then he has one in his house to protect his family because he never wants to see that happen again. He is a black man. It's odd. Most AR-15 owners are former military, 35 plus.
Let me say one more.
So that's all I'm saying. Is that they're not
once,
crazy
once,
people.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Once black people get guns in this country, the gun laws will change. Trust me.
That's what happened with the Black Panther. Black people have that.
Trust me on
That's what happened with the Black Panther.
Hey, let me, before we jump into this, and me and Jericho jump into this, let me read this super chat. It's from Kelly. We don't need to be lectured by Hollywood ESP about guns. All right, so y'all heard that, saw the clip and heard that. This woman just said, let me go take this off here so we get back to me and my brother on here right quick. This fool said that black people don't own guns. Now, the last time I checked, Chicago is like the wide world, well, actually a worldwide gun range. Because every day you look at it, there is son, men, and women popping guns like it's no tomorrow. And guess who has the gun when they do the arrest? It's a son, man, that's the same color me and Jericho. Every time they find a dead body that's doing a shootout, guess who has the gun? The son man that was trying to shoot the other son man. So, Joy Behar, what in the hell are you smoking? And if whatever it is, you don't need it no more. You really don't. Because black folks, shit. Woo! We always have guns. What is wrong with you, lady? I tell you what, you want to test that theory, Joe Behar, do me a favor. I need you to go to the south side of Chicago this time of night right here. I want you to have on your jewelry and everything else. I want a son man to come up to you, and when he comes to you and say, give me all what you got, I want you to look him directly in the eye and say, I'm not worried about you hurting me. You don't have a gun.
Man,
bro,
that is some of the dumbest shit I have ever heard in my life, man.
Oh, shoot.
Now, first of all, we'll just tackle the legal side of things, the legal gun owner side. There have been plenty of black folks with guns since our time began here. As many black men and women who have fought in wars and served in the military, you think they don't have any guns? How did they eat back then? How did black folks eat back in the 1800s, early 1900s?
Oh, man.
You better shoot something, and you better be a good shot, because you got a hungry family back home waiting for you to be walking in the door holding something by the ears or holding something by the hind legs or something. Black folks been shooting for a long damn time. My dad had a closet full of guns. My Uncle Charlie had a closet full of guns.
Oh, Jesus.
Legal gun owners. Both served in the military.
Amen.
Legal gun owners.
My daddy was too.
I am a legal gun owner.
Me too.
You are a legal gun owner. The first person to take me shooting was my dad, who is a black legal gun owner.
Me too.
Now, let's talk about the illegal side of things.
Yes.
Now, black folks own guns. Niggas do too.
Amen.
Niggas are different. They get their guns illegally. So
That's right.
if black folks don't have guns, you fucking ginger turd, then tell me how 16 and 17-year-olds are gunning each other down every day. Chicago had a citywide curfew. No minors after 6 p.m. at the Millennium Park or whatever. And no minors after 10 p.m. in downtown Chicago. Why? Because 3 minors have been shot and killed by 3 minors.
Yep.
So somehow children under the age of 18, and I'm only talking about 16 and 17-year-olds. You know there's some 12, 13, 14-year-olds in the city of Chicago and other Democrat-run slums with guns. I just saw somebody, who was it, Oliver Mack. Shout out to my man Oliver Mack on Instagram at Right Wing Angel.
Yeah.
He had a clip. Some kid looked like he was 10 or 11, waving a fucking gun in the camera. So don't tell me black folks don't have guns. They got them. And guess what? No matter how strict you make the gun laws, no matter how many hoops you make legal gun owners jump through, because that's all you're doing, you're making it hard for us to come out here and defend ourselves. Just like that lady was saying, how do you think you would feel if everybody in the house next to you was murdered?
Yeah.
If you don't have a gun, wouldn't you want to get one? Fuck yeah, you would. Quick, fast, and in a hurry, because you don't want your family to get slaughtered. And they act like they don't even hear what that woman just said. She's giving them facts. And that skank next to her in the green shirt with that smug ass look on her face.
Sonny Houston.
I guarantee you somebody is at home with a gun protecting her ass if she's married, if there's a man who can stand her ass. And Joy, man, get the fuck out of here. Whoopi Goldberg, I know the clip cut out. I know she said something stupid.
Oh, God.
What are you people talking about? Why do you think people call the police? They call the police because the police come with guns.
Amen.
My Uncle Benny, shout out to my Uncle Benny in Jackson, Mississippi. He's a police officer. What do you think he got on his belt? He's black. We got guns, you dumbass. That's racist. See? That's no racism. She's one of those bitches who think, oh, black people, they don't know how to use the internet. They don't have phones. They can't register to vote.
Yeah.
That's racism.
And you know what's crazy? And this is where we talk about right here as conservatives. And this is the coon-like behavior that I be preaching on this channel when women like Whoopi Goldberg, Sonny Houston, that got minority black ancestry background, will not check this lady. They will allow it to go on. Yeah, you're right, Joy. You're right. Wait, are you serious right now? That's basically Joy Behar just told your ass that you are not smart enough to actually have a gun. What's she basically saying? She's saying that you're not smart enough to have a gun. Now, Republicans, conservatives, they'll never say that, because conservatives, they want you to have a gun. They want you to be a part of the Constitution. They want to see a black man or a black woman especially go up to them at their place of business and get the gun the right way. They thank you. Hell, a lot of times they give you extra stuff. I live in the most whitest town in America, okay? I live in Jessup, Georgia, bro. It's whitish upon white. And when I go to the gun store to buy stuff, when I want to buy a gun, they give me extra tips. They give me this and that and the third. Sometimes they even throw an extra bullet half price. Sometimes nothing at all. Hey, man, it's on the house for me, man. You know, come back. Hey, we got some Target stuff inside. Get these Target stuff and check it out. Or, hey, go to this gun range here. This is where my brother-in-law owns. That's what I'm talking about. But remember now, me being a black guy with dreadlocks, I'm supposed to be scared of being in a predominantly white town. From Joy Behar. I'm supposed to be scared for my life. See, that's why I say it makes no sense to me how crazy these so-called Wokians who say they woke now allow these type of people that they say that they scared of, the white man or the white lady, talk to them crazy like that. But if it was somebody else that was a conservative said that, they would be all over their ass. especially if they were white. Oh my God, you are racist. You are despicable. I'm telling you, man. I had to play that clip, man. I never seen nothing like it in my life.
That shit is terrible, man. That's racist. To
Yeah.
say that when black people get guns, what are you talking about? Why do black folks not have guns? Because there's some racist white man blocking them from going in the gun store. And you know what? If you go into that gun store, all they see is a dollar sign coming in there.
Yeah.
Good customer service. Yeah, we'll hook you up with some free bullets now. That's going to turn into a future sale. That's going to turn into word of mouth. You're going to tell somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, I need somewhere to get a gun. Or you got a gun, man. I want to get one. Hey, go check out so and so. Tell them I sent you. Ask for so and so. That's just money. That's just making more money. That's future investments for them because the only thing that matters is green.
Yeah.
That's it. If you got money, you can get away with anything. I don't give a damn what color you are. O.J. Simpson, if you got money and you got the legal team, you'll be fine. But all people see when you come in the store, if you're behaving yourself, if you come in there all wild and loud and shit, then yeah, they might not be thinking business first. But if you come in there like any other person, like a normal person, behaving yourself, yeah, man, that's good business. That's what that is. That's good customer service. You want people to come back to you time and time again. Give them good customer service. Give a damn what they look like. I'm trying to sell these guns before the government makes them too damn expensive.
And I'm with you on that. And that's how it's supposed to be. But unfortunately, this just goes to show y'all how double-sided the society that we live in. Mm-hmm. How double-sided of the society that we live in. Now, the next thing I want to talk about before the last topic is what happened to oh God, I know the man name, Supreme Court Justice.
Oh, Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh, Mr. Justin Kavanaugh. So recently, Mr. Justin Kavanaugh's life was actually in danger. Somebody was smart enough to stop the threat, thank God, to protect his family. Now, this group that this young man was a part of came from California is Ruth Sent Us. He supports that group. This is the group of crazy behind liberals that feel like that you should not have no accountability when you have a baby out of wedlock. You should be able to go down there as a woman and get your insides chopped up as much as possible. If you want to do it every so many months or every other month, it's fine. It's your choice. It's your body. Well, getting back to that, this guy almost like they killed this Supreme Court justice. Now they said something eerie about they didn't send him, but yet still they had pictures of Kavanaugh's school that his daughter goes to. They got his home address all over the internet. Now, here's my thing that I feel like that Biden and them once again shows us how disconnected they are when it comes to the American people, especially our justices. They should have been security. I'm talking about the whole Secret Service should have been protecting all of the justices, conservative or Democratic. That's number one. Number two, they need to get their head out their ass and get more tougher. And I mean this, man, more tougher on this protest guidelines. You should be able to protest at where the people work at. That's it. That is it. You have no business protesting at my house. I'm sorry. This is where I am here. Okay, this is where I relax. This is my time away from my job, my issue that I have with the public. This is my family time. Let me get that out the way, and then you can protest me again the next day. Now, while you're protesting me with the signs saying I need to die, all this BS, that's fine. It's my job. It's at my job. You're upset, but don't come to my home. Don't come with threats at my family. Don't be having pictures of my little daughter going to school or my teenage daughter, how she looks like and where her routine is. This is too much. But yet still, if one of these justices blow their shit and go up here and share somebody's brains all over the room for threatening their family, they're all of a sudden a piece of shit. They're evil. They're this and they're that. I feel like that Biden administration are failing America right now with this horse shit because this need to be nipped in the bud. There should have been some type of National Guard. You call National Guard for this other bullshit you had going on after January 6th, whatever the hell that was. That was that, like that was the new 9/11. If you had a National Guard for that, you can have a National Guard to look after these people's houses if you couldn't do with Secret Service. So they could tell these protesters, that's it. Go back to the Capitol Hill and protest tomorrow. Not here. I mean, that's just how I feel, bro. What do you think about it on Jericho?
I mean, first of all, I thought the Supreme Court justices did have security. I thought they lived in like gated communities. Come to find out, they live in nice neighborhoods, but it's exactly that, a neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Anybody can roll through there. And everybody likes to drape themselves in the First Amendment and freedom of speech, freedom to peacefully assemble and all that shit. Basically the first five. They like to drape themselves in that when it's convenient. But rights come with responsibilities. This is a perfect example. At the Capitol building or the Supreme Court building, protest your ass off. Like you said, make all the worst signs you want to make. Yell out all this hurtful shit that you want to as I go to and from the building. I don't care. You people don't mean shit to me.
Yeah.
What you say means absolutely nothing. But go ahead. This is what I signed up for. Lifetime position. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
But you take that same protest or even a more mild protest and put that in front of his home, now it becomes harassment.
Yeah.
Your right comes with a responsibility. You don't be doing that shit everywhere. That's not right. That's that man's home. It's his refuge. Everybody deserves to be able to go home without any bullshit.
Yeah.
But you people are coming into his neighborhood and then to threaten his children because that's what that was. That's a threat. Yeah. You're threatening him saying, we are going to hurt your kids if you don't do or rule the way that we want you to. That's bullshit. That'll get people killed. Because if he don't own a gun, if he didn't own one before, he's going to own one now. So all you did was create another law-abiding gun owner. Good job, fuckface. Yeah. But I'll tell you the difference between that pudding-eating fool we have in there now and Trump. Trump would have got on TV and said, hey, we catch you fucking with the Supreme Court justices, and he probably would have said it in those very words. If he was at a rally, and say, if I catch you fucking with those Supreme Court justices, you are going to feel the wrath of the Justice Department that you've never felt before. Yeah. Classic Trump style, right? Yeah. But he would have let you know straight up, if I catch your pencil neck, pink-haired ass in their fucking neighborhood, you're going to prison. Period. And maybe one or two groups would have tested him. Maybe they don't believe fat meat's greasy. That's what my dad used to tell me. You don't believe fat meat's greasy. Maybe they didn't believe that shit. But I guarantee you see a bunch of those fuckers pepper sprayed and zip tied, getting carried out of there. They don't want nothing. They're not tough. These are a bunch of pussies. They're not tough. And you know what another thing Trump would have done? He would have said, I don't care whether you want it or not, you're getting security. You're getting 24/7, 365 security outside of your home for you, your wife, your children. I don't give a fuck who, National Guard, whoever. I'm sure they got somebody, may not be Secret Service, but they got some bad motherfuckers that can watch out for you.
Yeah,
he would have sent them. He would have protected them. This is not Mexico City. Cartels don't run shit. Nope. You guys don't run shit. And all you're doing is making them more steadfast in their ruling. Yeah. And you might even be bringing some of the ones that would have ruled for Roe v. Wade to stay in place. You might be getting some of them to go to the other side, seeing your psychosis and the way you're acting. What the fuck is wrong with you? And like you said, if he comes out there with a fucking Mossberg and points it in your face because you guys are in his front yard and you've already threatened his children. Yeah. Let's not forget that. You sending me pictures and shit of my kids' elementary school or what my daughter looks like. You might as well come up to me and say, I'm going to kill your children. Because I'm going to take it. Supreme Court Justice, garbage man, executive, police officer, teacher, ditch digger, fucking lawn care, construction. I don't give a shit what you do. If you have kids, you are going to protect them with every fiber of your being. He will throw that Supreme Court judge bullshit out the window. You try to hurt his children, he's probably going to kill you. And deservedly so. Don't mess with nobody's family. Take responsibility with these rights. They're not just rights to do whatever you want. You have a responsibility. You can't do it everywhere you want. Sometimes you have to show some decorum, show some maturity. At the office, let him have it. Brett Kavanaugh, you gang rapist, you could call him all kinds of shit. Same bullshit you were calling him when he was getting confirmed, or worse, whatever. 9 to 5. This is what I do. But when he goes home, that's not right. They need around-the-clock protection because these people are fucking crazy.
Yeah, they crazy. All right, so the final topic I want to talk with you about, Jericho, because you live in a state that is very crazy when it comes to the laws of teaching children currently right now. There's been some reports, because you know it's Pride Month. There was a guy recently got ran off because he was dancing in front of children in drag. They also had something, I forgot what store it was, that they had some kind of drag day in North Carolina. Yeah, drag day in North Carolina for the kids on the last day of school. Then you got Fairfax County now being like the next California and Virginia, trying to promote this whole rainbow colored lifestyle for kids under the age of freaking in elementary school, basically. So let me ask you this, Jericho. What would you recommend for parents? Because you have children that's in that young age, that's under the age of 12, that are going to school, and you're surrounded with this type of area. What would you recommend for parents to look at for alternatives to make sure that their children are protected and not exposed to this horse shit? Because like I said, you live in an area that is very, very bad. I mean, mine's a little bad, but not as bad as yours. So yeah, I want your input on that. So maybe we can help a lot of our viewers, because they've been asking me the same questions.
Well, I mean, California's fucked, but vigilance, that's what you can do. Be at those school board meetings. I know you've been working all day and they're boring as shit, because half the time they're going to be talking about some school business that you know nothing about, and it's going to bore the shit out of you. But you have to be there. You have to know what they're talking about, and you have to be there to voice your disdain for what they're doing. There is absolutely no place for a drag queen or a drag show anywhere near a child. Why do we have to say that? Okay? There's something wrong with those people. Now, you want to be 18 and over, 21 and over, whatever the club calls for, and you want to be some bachelorette party and go there and laugh and shit and have a good time, I don't give a shit. If you're a consenting adult, I don't care about you. Okay? I'm talking about these kids. That is fucking disgusting. If they had a drag show at my kid's school, guess who's going to be there first thing in the morning, first in line at the principal's office? I am sending my kids here to be educated and to form relationships with other kids, possibly some for the rest of their lives. We probably all talk to somebody from elementary school, some friend that we have. This is where you form those relationships. I am sending them to school for you to maintain their innocence when they're not under my watchful eye. When I get them back, I got it, but I'm handing them over to you for 8 hours a day or 6 to 8 hours a day. So no bullshit, okay? Colors, shapes, reading, writing, math, state testing, whatever they got to do, whatever is inside of the school box. But sexuality, sex, all that shit, no. We got the heavy lifting. Fuck off. That is gross. Not only what kind of person would dance in front of a kid like that or even interact with a kid like that, but what kind of a fucking parent would be okay with that? Like the one that's sending them to a club.
Yeah.
What? The fuck? Wait a minute. That is some perverted, gross shit. And stop trying to serve me a steaming pile of this Pride Month bullshit. This ain't Pride Month. This is Perversion Month. You got pride. You ain't Harvey Milk. This ain't the 70s. You're not getting roughed up by the cops. You're just like everybody else. You're fucking everywhere. Stop it. This ain't Pride Month. This is debauchery. You ever been to a Pride parade? I haven't, and I never will. But I've talked to plenty of people who have. One of my good friends, he went to one in San Francisco, probably the Pride parade. I'll tell you one thing, I wouldn't want to be an animal in the sewer after a Pride parade. But he said there was a dude at the San Francisco Pride parade. He had suspenders on, and attached to his suspenders was a kiddie pool. You know, in a big plastic kiddie pool that's like a foot deep? Yeah. And he would let guys piss in it. And he's walking around with this 10, 20, 30 dudes piss sloshing all around him. That was his thing. Okay? Don't tell me you're just singing "We Shall Overcome," waving some rainbow flags. And why'd you guys hijack the fucking rainbow? Now I can't buy rainbow shit for my daughter. She likes to color rainbows, but I can't buy her anything because you're going to think I'm some kind of weird parent, let her be some Ku Klux trans member. Why'd you guys do that? Don't tell me that shit about no pride. You guys are done. The heavy lifting is done. You guys can raise kids. You guys can put your partner in your fucking will and all that kind of shit. You can make medical decisions for them if they're dying. You have everything that everybody else has. We're done with this Pride Month shit. When is the last time you had a Pride protest? Like, what are you guys fighting for? And what's even worse is when they correlate that shit with the civil rights movement. Because gay rights are civil rights. No, they're not. Shut your fucking mouth. No, they're not. Number one, you can hide your sexuality. You can't hide your race. So it has nothing to do with racism and civil rights. People had to fight long and hard for civil rights. A lot of people got hurt. A lot of people got killed. It's not the same thing. Your history in this country is nothing like black folks. And I'm not even saying that the majority of black folks' history in this country is all doom and gloom. Every slave wasn't no yes, a boss, kunta kinte picking cotton. Nope. You had blacksmiths, you had shipbuilders, you had engineers. Yeah. When we say black folks helped build this country, it's literal. And they didn't help build it from the cotton fields. Nope. A majority of slaves were more of indentured servants. And when they would buy their freedom. My mom traced our family's lineage back to 1812. They were free. Wait a minute. You black folks, you slaves were free before the Civil War? How'd they pull that off? Yep. Exactly. Don't give me that bullshit. We weren't on downtrodden. Our history in this country is brighter than that. But if they shine a spotlight on that, that means we'll be held to a higher standard and more will be expected of us. You can't have high expectations and be on fucking EBT. And you don't need to be. You can't have high expectations and you got 14 baby daddies. You can't have high expectations and be gunning each other down every fucking weekend. Because if they held us to the same standards as everyone else, then more will be expected of us. But they can't have us achieving. They can't have us knowing our real history. That's why they push that CRT bullshit. Every black person was a slave. Every white person was a slave owner. Bullshit. We have a brighter history in this country, and more people need to talk about it. So black folks are held to a higher standard, just like everybody else, and we can pull ourselves out of the fucking slums and out of the shooting ranges of this country and be somebody. We just dropped the percentage point. Now we're only 12% of the population instead of 13. Stop feeding me bullshit. I keep looking. I look under every rock, around every corner, and I just cannot find that white man trying to hold me down.
I can't either. I can't find him either. I've been looking all week, man. I don't know where the fuck he at. But he needs to come on and prove to me where I'm being held down. Because every time I step any place, I'm always getting an opportunity. Now, here's another thing too I want to talk about with that, Jericho. On the tip of my tongue here, it seems like to me that when we look at what's going on now with the alphabet soup community, and you had some very good points. They have overcome a lot of the stuff they were trying to do. Because back in the day, and I was talking to an old school gay person back here about a month or so ago that I know in my family. He's old, like this dude, like 60 plus. I think he's almost 70. One of my cousins, great cousins. He said that back in the 70s and all the way up to the early 2000s, that the Pride Month thing was all about their rights, celebrating being openly with each other, and just having a great time. He said now when he hears all these different types of different sexualities of the thing and this, that, and the third, he's like, dude, what, huh? What is going on? Like, this is, he said, I miss the old school days where you knew where you stood. If you was a guy, you dressed up in women clothing, you was either drag queen or you was a trans guy that liked to live your life as a woman and be with a guy. That's what it was. Or whatever. I mean, you got these situations now where, okay, I'll give you another example. At the Olympics, and Anthony, thank you for that, man. Thank you for that. I'm going to read that before I go more into detail. He said, thank you for the $4.99. If you look at the pictures of blacks in the 50s versus today, hood blacks, it's completely different people. Blacks in the 50s would be disgusted and ashamed. He right. They would have. And get back to what I was saying. He said back in the day, old school gay folks, they wanted their rights, they wanted to get married and want to keep themselves. They just didn't want to do all this crazy shit. All this shit now, he said, this is some perverted, over the top, twisted minded people that's been trying to do this for years, and they finally got a way to do it through this whole, oh, let's be free and express ourselves. You know, when I see a mother, and I see a lot of these mothers doing this now, in all races, it ain't just one race, all races, dressing their daughter, their children, their sons up as young as 3 and 4 years old as a girl is disturbing to me. That child is 3 to 4 years of age. That's like my child waking up to me if I had a little one that was 3 or 4 years old, or you had another 3 or 4 year old kid, Jericho, your son, for example, he looks at you and say, Daddy, I want to be a robber. I want to be a criminal. I need a gun. And you look at him and say, you know what, son? I'm going to give you a gun. I'm going to drive you to the bank. I'm going to let you walk in, and I'm going to let you do what you want to do. You know good and blame well, Jericho, if you did something like that, you and your wife will lose all your kids. Y'all be plastered all over the news. You'll be considered the worst father in history. But yet still, we allow this type of behavior because they're expressing themselves. No, expressing yourself as a child that young is being a child. Learning about ABCs. Worrying about when you're going to play again. Looking at your best cartoon. Asking mom and daddy for the biggest stuffed animal. Asking mom and daddy for the new outfit that you see your friend had that had Spider-Man on it. This right here is just too much. And to me, I feel like that we're doing more than grooming these children. We're destroying our children for the future. And we're going to have more mental health and more violent issues in the future than we'll ever can imagine. And it's just facts. And this is on all races. I mean, when I see some of the stuff I seen recently this week, Jericho, getting back to our children, I seen a lady so upset with her baby daddy that she went up here and hit herself in the stomach, Jericho, with her fist, everything she could find around the house, telling this joker on the I don't want this baby and I'm going to try to kill it. This is the world we living in right now. These are the future behind me and you, man. This is the new generation Z. These fools crazy. They really is. No accountability, no nothing. And what makes it worse is that we got people like Joy Behar. We have these politicians and these so-called school board members hiring these twisted, perverted people to teach our children that it's okay to be messed up. And you wonder why every time we cut on the news, especially in the last 2 years during this pandemic, we have seen more, especially, and it's the female teachers, which is sad, taking advantage of children. Some of them as young as elementary school, some of them as old as damn near 17, going on 18. But either way it goes, this is the road we are facing. And I think that it's time that people like me and you and the rest of us conservatives continue to point this out. Because if we don't, we're not gonna have no future for these kids. These kids ain't gonna have no future, and that's just facts.
Yeah, man. As far as these teachers, having sex with kids and stuff like that. Hey, you have sex with a kid. We got proof. They got proof. This shit don't need to go to trial. They probably got text messages between them. They got pictures and video of them together. If there's proof that you had a sexual relationship with this kid, we're going to drag you by your hair to the back of the school and put a hot one behind your ear and throw you over the cliff. How many teachers do you think would keep doing that shit if this happened? None. You better go get somebody over 18 to dress up like a little kid. Are you kidding me? Do that shit 3 or 4 times, it ain't gonna happen no fucking more. But they're not serious about stopping that shit.
No.
And these parents, my son told me that one time. He said, "Daddy, I want to be a robber." I said, "Boy, you don't want to be a robber. How come you don't want to be a good guy?" "I don't want to be a good guy. I want to be a bad guy." And that was the end of it. Same thing if your kid comes to you, your son says to you, "I want to be a girl," or your little girl says to you, "I want to be a boy." We're talking about little kids, 3 and 4 years old. They don't know shit yet.
Yeah.
You let them call it. You be having chocolate chip cookies every night for dinner. You can't let them decide shit. You can't let them make any decisions. Only little ones. You want carrots? You want baby carrot sticks, or you want celery sticks? That's as high as it goes for a 3 or 4 year old making a fucking decision. Not what gender they are, what sex they are, or what. I've heard those fucking perverted teachers talking about children as young as 3 or 4 know their sexuality. No, they don't. They don't know nothing. They can't even read yet. They don't even know all the damn shapes yet. What are you talking about? They can't decide no shit like that, but that's what they want. They want a generation. They want hordes of little fucking weirdos that are down for whatever, who are all drugged up, walking around with ball gags in their fucking mouth. That's what they want. A generation of weirdos they can touch and grope and do what they want to, and everything will be fine. It's no longer taboo. It's no longer illegal. That's what these fucking perverts want. Why would you be talking to a little kid about that? You ever been with your kids and you watching a movie and a love scene comes on? You talk about awkward? You can't find the fast forward button fast enough. But you want to talk to some kid about gender and sexuality and their body? What the fuck? That is gross. And this is some new shit. That is absolutely disgusting. That is perversion. Don't be talking to little kids like that. That's the ultimate goal, because that's the ultimate taboo. Sex with kids, that's what they want. All this freaky shit they're doing ain't freaky enough. It's not scratching that itch. They need to get weirder. They need to get more perverted. And what is the most protected thing? A child. That's what they fucking want. We need to stop this tinfoil hat conspiracy shit, because all the shit that used to be a conspiracy is now written into law. This shit is crazy. These people are perverts. And it all goes back to the home. It all goes back to mommy and daddy. Something happened to them. They were molested, or they were neglected, or they were basically handed over to a family member or something, or their parents didn't believe them. Something happened to those people. That's why they're all fucked up now. You want to DIY a vagina out of your dick? Something's wrong with you. You volunteer to have both of your titties cut off? Something's wrong with you. Because there's women out there who had to get double mastectomies that would beg to differ. But you think you're the other gender, and men have vaginas and women have penises, and men can have babies and periods and breastfeed. Get me off this fucking ride. These people are sick.
Yep. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I mean, it mind boggles me. It really does. But it just goes to show you, this is the world we in. This is how people are really acting. And what we can do now is, like you said, man, we just got to be mindful of our children. Because if we don't, this is the result. It really is. But anyway it goes, Jericho, thank you for stopping by, being my co-host tonight, man. I love you, bro, like always. Like I said before, I was off I had a 2-day back-to-back, and I was like, yo, I love my shelf job and everything, but I got to rock with my brother, okay? So Jericho, you got anything coming up that we need to know about that's in the works? Any projects, anything?
I'm doing lives every day now. That's a big change. Every day, Monday through Saturday, Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Hit me up. I got Venmo now, Green for Green, Cash App, $ Jericho Green, and the number 1. You can hit up my P.O. Box if you want to send it old school. P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California, 95961. I got Jericho Green or mygreengear.com. That's coming up. New designs that I don't have on the Teespring. So keep on the lookout for that. JerichoGreen.net. Every week I do exclusive videos that you can only get on my website. So check that out. YouTube, of course. Search Jericho Green. I'm the first one to pop up. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, bro. And I want to say I appreciate the shout out today. I really do. That was much love, man.
I appreciate the donation, man. That was cool. I really appreciate that.
Hey, man. You know, hey, you like my brother, man. Anytime now, since I got this chef job, you won't be seeing a lot more of those coming from me. Like I said before, man, on my end, I really got to get my merch game up. I suck at merch. I got to talk to y'all about that merch game. I suck at merch lately, but I do have some merch in my store for Father's Day. I'm gonna put that up. Only project I really got going on is right now I have to stream by ear because I do not know when I'm really going to be available to stream because of my hectic schedule at where I'm working at as a chef. But I will be posting different stuff on my community tab, and hopefully as soon as I kind of get everything weeded out with my time and stuff with my chef game, I'm going to talk with probably either my youngest son or somebody else about helping me maintain my website because my youngest son is pretty tech savvy than I am. Yep. So he'll probably know how to share stuff and put all that stuff on there that I make and stuff like that. So I have to get up with him and see. But that's where I'm at, man. No more, no less. But hey, man, I'm telling you, you're gonna love streaming every day. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it, man, because it's different from recording videos. A live stream, you're more interactive with the crowd, and it's just different. You know, it's just a different feeling. You could talk longer about things, cover more topics. It's real cool.
You about to grow too, because I'm gonna tell you right now. You think you grew before, you about to grow like crazy streaming like that. Since you got a set time and everybody know when you coming on. Oh yeah, you about to grow like crazy, man. So congratulations, man. It's well deserved. Hopefully I get there one day, but until then, I'm gonna try to do what I gotta do. But thank you for stopping by, bro. Love you, man. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time.
Same to you, bro. Peace.
Peace. All right, guys. For all the new people, thank you for coming out to the show tonight. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all did not have to come by. I want to give a shout out to everybody that donated. Also, shout out to Jared who donated to my Cash App today, the $5 on Cash App. Thank you very much. Shout out to Mikilo El Chicano. I hope I didn't mess that name up. He is now our new moderator. We had some person named Flash Mob trying to be cute, but and everything else. And yes, I'm going to talk to Jericho behind the scenes about being moderator. I ain't forgot. I want to say a shout out to Atomic Tabasco. Ain't seen him in a while. Lisa, thank you for stopping by. I have not seen you in a while. None of your business. Haven't seen you in a while. Anyway, as I was saying, Jet Ison, thank you very much, man, for the love as well. And I'm just trying to make sure I got everybody that usually be into the chats. Cat Slave especially. Thank you, Cat Slave. I appreciate you too. So I appreciate all of y'all, man. Thank y'all and all my new subscribers. If you're new, thank you. And Bob K MIT, thank you, bro. I ain't seen you in a while too. Like I said, thanks everybody for coming out tonight. All my new subscribers and members, let me know. I'll try to make sure that I get you discount information in my store. So again, please like, share, subscribe. Take care of yourself and each other and keep the fight going. I'm out.